Hello everyone, my name is Barbara and I'm a Polish girl who lives in Ireland and likes it. And today I have a finished object for you, which are socks. DK weight socks. As you have probably read, this is a Choose Your School Socks by Kay Jones, which is a host of Baker Bears, one of the two, and I knitted these socks. And this pattern, as I'm aware, is not available to get unless you get a collection, and unless you get a collection by the 30th of May 2019. What's going to happen after the collection, I'm not sure, but this is it. You can grab it before 30th of May 2019. So what the collection is about? The collection is called the Swish and Flick collection, and it's a 7 pattern collection without counting this one. I'll tell you why. It's a 7 pattern collection and we'll be getting the patterns in May, June, July, August, September, October and November. And I think November is 29th of November. So it's 7 patterns. This is kind of a bonus pattern and it will not be available after the date, after the 30th of May 2019. I hope I said it enough time. Right, so maybe I'll tell you a few things about the pattern per se and then what I did about it, because I was very bold, as you can see, and not only that. So it is Wizarding Word and World. So it is Wizarding World. I hope I'm saying it right. Wizard. And I kind of went with my school, probably, because I'm so bold, actually. Over here, I'm so bold. I'm letting myself to be bold. Anyway, so now, listen carefully. So the pattern calls for the gauge, 26 stitches by 34 rows. The recommendation yarn is DK yarn, but the needles recommendation that you can check it out is US size 3, which is 3.25 millimeters. And I went a little bit bold, or I was bold, and I picked 2.75 millimeters, which is US size 2. And I did not have a DK yarn. I basically used Drops Fable yarn. Both. One is, I know it's 100, that's the color. Another one is 918. So on the screen now you can see it over here. And as you could have noticed, because I was holding them double, they create a different kind of a color effect. So over here, I think I followed the pattern. This is what you would get even if you do fingering weight sock, kind of stripes like this. But here I was reversed, so you could see that gave a slightly different effect, which I don't really mind. What gauge I got? I'll check it out and I'm going to show you over here because I haven't checked. The pattern gives you sizes small, medium and large, and I have knitted medium. The collection comes with a short story and it will run through the whole collection, and we already had a beginning of the story and it's based in the Wizarding World. And yeah, it's really cool. Right, what else about the pattern? The pattern is actually written down for a cuff down. But what I did, and now we start talking about what mess I've done. So anyway, I started to do it from the toe up and I tried to recreate the pattern reverse way. And without even thinking too much, I went to the last written instruction for a toe and I kind of started to read it backwards. And I come up with this toe. I had to add an extra, round to get number of stitches that it's for medium size, because I was thinking that, you know what, that will be my thing without checking gauge. Another bold thing, hence the colors. And then I was changing the color, and first row I did just plain knitting, and then I was following the pattern kind of reversed. But the pattern, it's so nice that I could literally knit it again. I can't tell you much about it, but I can say that it's quite relaxing. You read it once and you know what to do. Yeah, it's so much fun. So here is my first one, and I would go with it, but the one that I followed was for the largest size in reverse reading, and you could see it kind of looks really cool, really nice. But I figure out that this is not really instruction for the medium size. So for the second sock, I decided I know it's going to be different because direction was the word different, but let's go and see, and then that way I'll know which one I like more. So I went to the medium size and I knitted it reverse way because, you know, they're different in the pattern. So you could see it looks like this. So just to compare, in case you would want to go, I think I like this one more. So I hope if you have the pattern, you know what I'm talking about. And then I continue that on one side I had a pattern and another one I had plain stockinette stitch, and I continue that way because I wasn't sure when I would want to place the heel, and I was knitting it here and there, and I, you know, didn't really know, I think. So what I did, I took my fingering weight sock and I just roughly measure it next to each other and I just placed the where I normally would place, and I think that's that. So if you're interested, I did 45 rounds. And it kind of suits me. Did I follow the heel? Again, I'm very bold. So no, I didn't. I did afterthought heel, and basically I just placed the needles, cut the yarn in the middle, and then added a collar, and I just did decrease every second. So I can tell you that because it is not included in the pattern. The pattern calls for, I'll tell you what kind of heel. Well, we have words like heel flap, we have like gusset. So you probably know what kind of heel it is. I've never done this heel ever. And I'm still kind of scared to do it. So I'm just, you know, playing what I can. Even though I still had some yarn, I've decided I really like the color, so I'm going to leave it and have some leftovers for like toes. Here is the yarn, and I thought I'm going to leave it for like toes and stuff for my leftover socks. And here are my needles. The needles I used over here, 2.75, which is just size 2, are from Chagoo. And I got these needles in a knit crate box. And I love the needles per se, but I think they would be way better with a different project. Because needles per set of tips are quite okay. This is a fixed needle, but the cable is very stiff. For socks knitting, it's not the best for me. I like something that I can squeeze the sides, you know. As you can see, I don't have ladders because, you know, I've been knitting socks for a while, but I would be afraid that a beginner knitter could have a big spaces because the wire per se would stretch you could see it, would just stretch the stitches. So it's not the best, but I don't have any other US size 2.75. I may have in the shop, but I haven't taken any from my shop with highs. So that's that. However, I would say it's a brilliant needles if you have like a sweater, something heavy that you have to, something big or heavy that you have to knit. I think it's brilliant there because it will hold the stitches. So that's that. And as you could see, I have the tower pouch, and it's my old version because I don't have a ruler, I don't have even information. Each tower has a different meaning. I think I run out of them in the shop, but check it out and stay tuned on Instagram. I may have more in the future. I have them designed for knitting, but also with 2 clips. You can use them for your knitting journals if you have elastic band over here. Yeah, I think that's that. I hope you enjoyed this one. Check the links down below. I'll put everything down there. If I forgot about something or you have a question, you can ask me. If I can answer, I will answer. I may not know the answer, and then I will tell you that I don't have a clue. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Bye. And follow Bakery Bears. That's for sure.